I was born in 1941 on the 17th of February in Easter's, just about 2 kilometers from Mamelodi. In 1946, my parents relocated to Onverwacht, which is about 10 kilometers northeast of Kalinen. So I started school in 1948. My father died in 1952. So then my mother said, no, I think we must now start going back to Pretoria because all her sisters were staying in Mamelodi. So she got a house in 1955. I stayed at Onverwacht doing standard 5, and then I completed standard 6 in 1956. Then in 1957 I started school right in Mamelodi, where we had this house. This friend of mine, who was also from Easter's, but I didn't know him by then. I was still a young kid. He was also young. His name was Levy Mothiba. I was Levy Mothiba. He was Levy Mothiba. Then we became friends just because of the names. Okay. It was in 1949 when we were joined by a certain friend again, whose name was John Masango. And then we met the other guy, Obet Litsweni. So those were my friends. I was in the same class with them. Well, I was a very intelligent guy at school. But it happened that after the death of my father, I could not cope with school. Then we came to Mamelodi. I came to Mamelodi in 1956 December. In 1957 I started at Mamelodi Secondary School, which was by then not yet a high school. It was a secondary school. The address was Mamelodi Secondary Vlakfontein. Sorry, I'm sorry. The address was Vlakfontein. It was not yet Mamelodi. Mamelodi is being named when I was here. It was Vlakfontein Secondary School, PO Box 13, Easter Fabrique, Pretoria. That was this Mamelodi now. This was this place called Mamelodi now. Well, I started in 1957 doing Form 1 when in December, the 1st December in 1957, it was the first JC class that completed under that school, under Vlakfontein Secondary School. It was a new school. So one of my friends, John Masango, was in 1957 when I was doing Form 1. He was doing JC because he was promoted at Onverwacht. I became a bricklayer. That's because I couldn't go to school. My parents wanted me to go to Buchabele to go and do teacher's course. But most unfortunately, my brother was killed, and then I had to go and look for work. You see, that's how I only end up having a bricklayer certificate. I could have been a teacher maybe by then. So in 1963, Ernest changed his name. Ernest Levy Mothiba was no more Levi Cole. He was Ernest Cole. He had to change his identity. Then I went with him to Johannesburg. By that time we were selling a certain magazine, a political magazine, Spark. It was called Spark. We sold those magazines. He was driving a Vespa Sport motorbike. So we're always together. So the other time you find us being three on that Vespa Sport with John. And selling that Spark, taking photos, going to the Native Commissioner and Van Velach with Ernest. Then he used to take photos there. But we didn't know he was taking photos because he had a scarf and then his camera under the scarf like this. Then we'll go there and us will take photos. Only to find that he has taken photos. In the evening he said, okay, let's go in develop this photos. I've got so many photos to develop. Only to find that those photos are photos he took when he was with us. At the Native Commissioner, they used to call that place the Native Commissioner, where he took passes and whatnot.